Okay, one of the offensive sets I'm going to feature in my gameplay is going to be shotgun, wing, offset, weak. This is part of my custom playbook, and basically there are four different audibles that I like to use. You have the counter play, which has got some of that backside run. I like to use that in my audibles. Also, I always like to have a halfback draw, primarily because if you get your opponent that likes to run a lot of zone coverages and starts dropping people back, draws are going to destroy that, or at least go ahead and force your opponent to make adjustments. So I just think it's very necessary to always have a draw in there. The curls is not one of my plays, but it will be a play I'll go to, primarily because of that curl from the R1 wide receiver, or this the split out receiver. The halfback slip screen. This is just a screen in which you can actually go ahead and try to attack your opponent on the left side of the field to change things up, and also that out route by the wide receiver, the R1 wide receiver, should get open against a lot of man coverages. You got the flood strong, which is you got a dig route to change things up a little bit against your opponent, and then the vertical tight end cross. I like this play because of the tight end angle route. Really good play. It's hard to defend against man coverage, and you really can make your opponent pay for that. I don't use the play action zone too much. And then you have a power O, and then flanker screen, which is good. You can do a makeshift screen with your running back, and then inside zone is actually a good run play. So this is an offense I'm going to try to feature in this game, and I'll try to break down these plays. This is going to be a live gameplay footage of this scheme. I wanted to show to you that I'm actually using the scheme against opponents. This is against Skinzfan0428 or 28. The guy's actually a very good player, and you can see in the footage based on the way you mix things up. The shoddy offset wing weak, I really think is a good scheme, and with the custom playbooks and being able to actually use your own audibles, I think it's definitely something you want to use. This guy hits me over the top on this play, and I knew I was in for a game when he made a read like that. I did have zone coverage over there. Now he came out and he did an onside kick initially. Smart play by him because it forced me to burn a timeout. I wasn't ready for that. He came back and kicked it over the kickoff. So the guy was actually using some strategies to burn timeouts. And basically, I always want to try to provide some kind of run. This is just an inside run. The inside run in this particular set is actually very effective. And as you can see, I'm able to pick up a good 5-6 yards on that, 7 yards on that play. This is the counter on the left-hand side. And I didn't necessarily like how that play was set up, so I decided to go ahead and audible out of it. And when I have defenders backed off to the left like that, I always want to take the out route, just to make sure that my opponent is defending it. His corner came down. So I came back out into the counter again and decided to go ahead and audible. And I think in this particular situation, I go with a makeshift screen where I take the running back and put him in the flat and then just go ahead and route up my other guys. I was able to drop it underneath, and where's my block? Didn't get a block right there. If we're going to block, I might have got 6 with him. So this is the cross play, and what you want to look at is you want to look at the zones. If the guys drop back in zones, you can hit that angle route with the tight end slash fullback, which you can see is wide open, and he missed a couple tackles again. So one of the reasons why I was able to be successful against this guy in the game, he didn't miss a lot of tackles. He wasn't a great tackler. He had a very good offense, but that was a huge play. He was able to go ahead and just dodge a couple people and actually go ahead and pick up some big yards and obviously a touchdown. So this guy actually had a very good scheme. He was doing screens left and right. He was throwing to the left, he was throwing to the right. He was running the ball. Just really good mixing up his play calling. I didn't necessarily get him in a lot of third downs. I got him in about 8 third down conversions, but he did make some good plays. And this was just a bad decision by me. I went in the wrong defense. Whenever you're playing against the Chiefs and you're playing against Jamal Charles, you need to go ahead and strike the line. Let him take the ball up the middle, but never give him the outside. So that was just a lesson that I learned playing against him. Able to get pretty good, a run with Ford here. Got it up to 40, so I think they've got a short field. And this is kind of a thought process. You're thinking to yourself, okay, need to work the clock down as much as possible. So did a counter play and just couldn't get off the blocks. If it would probably would have flipped the stick to the right. I might have to cut in and it would make a big gain. I went back to that inside zone, and if you can see, the blocking is just phenomenal. Pick up some really big yards here. It's a good 25 yard gain. And this is a screen on the left-hand side. My first screen is going to be the coverage on the right on the deep out route. If I'll take that if it's zone, I'm going to go ahead and put the screen underneath on the left-hand side. And it was man coverage, and he clicked onto the wrong defender, and I was able to go ahead and pick up a quick touchdown. So 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Score is tied 14-14. I think one of the reasons why I wanted to show this entire game is because I wanted to show the clock management, and not by me, by my opponent. This Skins guy, 0428, actually did a phenomenal job. Oh, there was a drop kick. I can't believe it. It was right in my hands. You're supposed to get that. That was one of 4 drop kicks in this game that are probably going to ice this guy. There's a little hitch route, picks up the first down. And then he was drawing me up the entire game because he saw that I was actually going into a lot of different zone coverages, and he was picking the right run plays against me. Here's another draw. My defenders were there, and looks like it's Colorado over there. He's able to pick up some pretty good yards. Got to 3rd and inches, and then he just goes with a fullback dive, and he was able to pick it up. And then another draw play. This guy was just patiently, look at the clock, it's just ticking down, ticking down, ticking down. He's working the clock all the way down. I think he burned a timeout right there. Does another draw play, very patient. He knows he's got timeouts. He knows he can take the clock down. Takes a shot in the end zone and a drop pass. If that was caught, he probably would have put it in the end zone. And he scrambles a little bit, and he throws it right to the end zone, but the guy had to come back. I got a huge break on that, and then he throws in coverage, and that is a critical point of this game. If you would have went up by 3 points, this game would have been completely different, and you'll see at the end of it. So I hit the makeshift screen. I showed you that before. The makeshift screen is actually a really good play. I was able to pick up some big yards, but it couldn't take it to the house. So going into the second half, the guy decides to go ahead and do the onside kick, and he fooled me once, and you're not going to fool me twice. Went back into the onside kick. He was forcing me to do the onside kick and then audibling out of it. The second half, I only did probably one play from the scheme. I was switching things up. I had to switch things up against this guy because this guy was a very good opponent. I didn't want to make myself too easy to read. But once again, I really like the angle route on this play. And as you can see, the angle route really destroys a lot of coverages right there with a cover 3 type of situation. Couldn't get the blocks from McFadden on the right-hand side. And then I went ahead and just hit a little draw out of a single back big, and I was able to pick up a quick turnaround just because the guy just was kind of click happy as a defender. So he's not really that great of a defender. Score is 21-14, and another out route by him. But he misses it. But it was a good read. Pitch route to the left-hand side. I was actually trying to put people in flat zones over there, but they just weren't getting over to it. And he throws in the coverage again. Drop ball. That's number 2. Another drop ball. That's number 3. Just killing me with these drop passes. And it looks like he does like kind of a wide trail type pattern on that. He's able to pick a first down. Then he goes back to the ground, which was killing me the entire game. He puts some major yards up in the game. And just another draw right up the middle. So he was just when he got back to the run, that was where he was causing a lot of problems against me because I had to defend some of his pass routes because he was very good at making his reads. Hits me with a screen, perfect play call, does a little cut in, cut out, and gets a touchdown. So the score is tied 21-21. In this situation, you want to think to yourself, okay, all I have to do is just go ahead and take the ball down to the end zone, kick a field goal, and that's it. He gets a squib kick to try to catch me off guard, but I was able to go ahead and recover that, but it gives me a short field. So I'm mixing up my plays. I'm not doing the shotgun week. Decided to do a makeshift screen. It's very simple to do that. You just put 2 people in the flat and 2 people in the middle on one side. This particular play, this was a bad throw. I should never throw in the reach because the user defender was there, but I threw it anyways, and that was just a bad decision. Just ran it up the middle, didn't get any yards on it. See that slant route? He was defending everything to the right side. I knew that slant was going to be wide open. Went ahead and dived, dropped down on the ball because I didn't want to give him a chance to get the ball back in the end zone. False start. Just didn't get the ball off. I had auto motion on the previous play. This is the play that I was running on auto motion. My block on the right-hand side was just weak against a defensive back really. So I quick hiked him on the next play, and I was able to go ahead and get a first down. Got it up down there, and then I was like, I'm not going in, I'm going to dive, and my guy falls into the end zone because he's bad and knows how to score a touchdown. So 28-21, 2 minutes and 11 seconds left, and I decided to kick the ball out of bounds to get him on the 40. So that's, there you go, there's a nice little present for you. Nice little cutback, but hey, I'll give up 2 yards on a down. He decides to go ahead and do another draw play. I think Charles was out. I don't know who this running back was. I think it's Battle or something like that. Hits a slant, but my defender's there to clog it up. Does another out route, turns it up the sideline, was able to pick up a first down and get out of bounds to stop the clock. Does another draw play, hits me with a screen with Charles, picks up some really good yards and gets out of bounds. This guy was just a clock management monster. He just knew how to hit the end zone. I was able to go ahead and tackle him there. That probably could have been a touchdown. And that was my 4th drop pick. That play should have been pickoff. Does a draw. I was able to get a tackle off the draw. He takes this last and final timeout. So this is the thought process. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cover up the flat. I'm going to go ahead and just basically flat this guy. I'm going to try to beat this guy. No, wrong play. Don't do that. Get over there. Get over the flat. No, tackle him. I accidentally took that guy off the flat. So he decides to go for a 2-point conversion. Definitely something I would do. I decided to go ahead and just fag up the defense, and I didn't get my defense set. I wasn't going to allow this guy to score again, so I call a timeout. Scored up. He does a draw play, which is killing me the entire game. I get a crucial block or crucial tackle and actually win the game because onside kicks are not the same again. So I hope you like this game. As you can see, I was able to pick up 18 skill points against his opponent. This guy was a fairly good player. At least had a very good offense. If you take a look at the stats, there's one stat that I really thought was really awesome that I've never had before. But he had about 147 yards of rushing, 193 turnovers. He had that 1 turnover at the end of the game, 7 of 8 third down conversions. And it's just, it's kind of huge on that. 15 minutes time of possession against my 8 minutes. So I usually try to win time of possession, man. But look at this prior, perfect on the day. 3 touchdowns, 11 attempts, 11 completions. Even Smith had a very good day too, 14 of 22. He did have that 1 interception. So both quarterbacks played great. So if you like this, if me breaking down the scheme helped you at all, just go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, that hand with fire in the upper right hand corner. And I'll be rolling out some more schemes, and I'll do that in gameplay so you can see that my scheme is just, it's not crap, it's actual stuff that I use to beat opponents. So thanks a lot, and I appreciate you watching.